today to support the Sudanese people. Sudan is a country I want to go to. I've never been.
You will be soon!
I will be soon coming to Sudan. Free Sudan, to a free Sudan.
Yeah.
And what Sudan is doing right now is very remarkable. I'd like to start off my little few words here by quoting Andrew Gilmore, who's the Assistant Secretary General on Human Rights at the United Nations. And this week he says, and I'm paraphrasing, "I truly believe the events of the past few months will go down in history as one of the greatest nonviolent mass movements of our generation. The whole world is behind the Sudanese people. Even the Saudi people, not the government, even the Emirati people and the Egyptian people are behind the Sudanese revolution. It's very exciting. You're really inspiring everybody, not just in the Arab world, but here, even in the United States. And there are a few reasons for this. I work at a group called Nonviolence International, and it was started by Palestinians, actually, who not only wanted to do nonviolence in Palestine, but promote nonviolent resistance around the world. And in nonviolent resistance, there are two no-nos: no violence and no passivity. And the Sudanese people are showing how to do a nonviolent revolution. We know from around the world that when you have armed revolutions, usually the next government is going to be a dictator and you have endless civil war. And yes, the regime is always going to be violent, and we can never stop these regimes from being violent. But the people have a choice. And the people realize that everybody in Sudan, whether you like them or not, even the ruling party and the people who are part of the security apparatus, they're all Sudanese, and they will all be part of a future Sudan. And you are building the framework for not only freedom in Sudan, but you are setting an example for the whole Arab world, and that's why the regimes are so scared of you. For the whole world, this is wonderful. Africa is rising, it's great. And hopefully you can inspire people here in the United States too, to rise up and not permit any kind of governmental abuse to happen the way we're separating children on our borders and putting children in cages. This cannot happen here or anywhere else. And so I'm here in solidarity and admiration of the resistance in Sudan. I do want to say that the United States Congress is substantially behind the Sudanese people. It passed H.R. 432 almost unanimously. This was led by Congressman Jayapal from Washington State, who has been a great leader for Sudan. And this resolution called on the United States to support a civilian government in Sudan. And we have Congress behind us, and the Congress represents the American people, and the American people are behind Sudan. We have some demands, at least I do anyway, as an American citizen, and I know many of you here are American citizens too. We want more. We want the United States to push strongly against the Saudis government, the Egyptian government, and the Emiratis, and say, hands off Sudan. 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 Sudan's future needs to be determined by the Sudanese people and not outside governments, including the United States, including the Europeans, including the Ethiopians, or anybody else. This is your country, and you make the decisions about the future of your country. And we need to push our Congress to make sure that the United States government strongly, more strongly, pushes for a Sudanese resolution and freedom in your country. We also want the United States, which has been a leader in the women's movement around the world, here in this country, to also support the women's movement in Sudan. Sudan has a strong history of women's equality, and the women of Sudan are tremendously inspirational right now to me and to so many people. And Sudan will never be free until all of its people are free. And we need to stand up for the women in Sudan. So the U.S., in my opinion, should be demanding that women are at the peace table, that women are at the Constitution, and women are going to be in the cabinet, and women are going to be in parliament, because women are half the population of Sudan, and it's your country. So I'm just very excited about the future for Sudan. I feel so honored just to be here with you today. I know we don't have many people, but we really do have the whole world behind us. It looks like we're small in number here, but we really do have the whole world behind us. And we will not stop in our support for you. And I know you have a big struggle right now because the military and the Janjaweed, they don't want to give up power. And we're going to push and support you in getting where you need to go. And you're not going to win it all in one day, but you are going to win because you've got all of Sudan on your side. And it's just a matter of time and commitment and energy. And I thank you all for coming out today. Long live Sudan! Long live Sudan! Long live Sudan!
Free, 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 free 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 Sudan!